I ask a quick question before we go?
Yeah.
So I will back up like all the video footage and the audio footage of this meeting. And if people don't mind, because we are doing a documentary on Type 5 comedy at the moment, also to be released mid next year. And if people would be willing to let me, I might just use the parts where I talked. But if you wouldn't mind maybe signing a release so you can be part of the documentary, I'm also happy to do follow-up interviews on camera with anyone in this meeting that would like to contribute and give me a better sense of, you know, the history of white supremacy in Sydney, casual racism, microaggressions, and how we've all experienced that to some extent. It really kind of sets the stage to what our comedians have to deal with as far as marginalization and invisibility within our industry.
Yeah, I 100% am going to contact 100%. You, Tina, on, because I'm putting out a music video. I was just talking up with the guys, and when all this stuff came out, I was questioning whether my music video was casually racist. And I think this is something that part of the reason why I said I'm personally scared, because I'm going through a learning process with my own creative endeavors. But I'll definitely hit you up with that one.
Yeah, you'd be a perfect candidate for our joke writing workshop that Dawn has just done a few weeks ago, actually, our first online workshop. And I think, you know, to know what's punching up and punching down, you really have to kind of learn a little bit of the science behind it and bring your cultural awareness to a higher level so that you can speak for your generation, right? Because that's what comedians do. And musicians are no different.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you, Tina, for helping Dawn to be more funny.
We needed that.
Thanks, Dawn.
So wrong.
Yeah, thanks, Tina. I was telling the guys that for me, like, I was also looking at it in a way of telling stories, right? Because I feel like I'm rubbish at telling stories.
To appeal to the ladies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want me to, like, there are jokes that make up like shorter stories and then longer stories, but you know, it is, and that's something to keep in mind, is that comedy is storytelling, and that's why it has the power to politicize people across lines that otherwise they would not get involved or cross.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But in answer to your question, yes. Okay to use like
100% down. Use the entire episode.
Yeah. I wish I dressed up more better. I had actually did my hair and had a haircut, but I guess it's more raw that way. Yeah.
But yeah, feel free to keep in contact with each other. Part of what we do at the Cheat Coders is connecting people. So you know, Tina, Dalara, Ian, Eski, like, stay in contact with each other.
Maybe you can send around an email with everybody's contact info, and then and I'll actually need to forward a release form to everyone, just to, because we now, especially, I mean, we've always done this, but now that we work for the city of Sydney, to put that like official emblem on our videos, we need to be able to show that we have releases and permission from everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I'm down for it. Sounds official. Like I want to sign something to be like, see that? I signed something.
Yes, use my face. Yes.
Okay. All right, before we end, I just want to shout out to, or not even shout out, I would like to say rest in peace to everyone who's been affected by
George Floyd, David Duncan.
By all this, by deaths regarding to racism and geared towards racism, and really hope that everyone is more aware of what's going on. Stop being, ignoring it. It's hard to ignore now. Let's just try and make some change. Let's make 2020 a reason that all this stuff is happening, is that because we are expecting a change to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
2020 vision.
2020 vision. Once again, thank you very much to our guests, to Tina Zaman, to Dalara Williams, to Ian, Eski, and Eskandar. You've been listening to the Cheat Coders podcast. You can check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and on all podcast streaming platforms, or just check us out at www.thecheatcoders.com. Raf, did you want to do your thing, or do you want to just put it at the end?
I'll put it at the end. Yeah, we'll do it.
All good
segment.
Thanks again for listening to the Cheat Coders podcast.
Hey.